Pisces. This is your week ahead astrology based tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. It is an energy reading. So you take it where and how it resonates in your life. It is a timeless reading. It comes to you when it's meant to. If you're looking for a more personal reading, I do personal readings. Please check out my website, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. I have a couple of different services. Take your time and choose the one that's right for you. You can book and schedule privately on the site. There's one card that was upright. Let me show you. Or face up, I would say, not upright, because it's in reverse. Be here now. But it's in reverse. And it's in the future. There has been a little bit too much of thinking about what will happen in the future. That's what it's saying. A little bit too much of the what's happening then, where will I be then, as opposed to, am I here? Am I in the here and now? Not enough in the here and now. And that is very distracting energy. It's very anxiety-ridden energy. So if you've been experiencing that, it's large part because your brain is focused on what hasn't happened yet. Rushing toward something. But in reality, you're not going to make it there, because if you don't focus on the here and now, you can really mess up your trajectory into the future. It's like the future is right. Think about this. The future is where the arrow lands. But the here and now is the strain and the stress to pull that arrow back and to pull that bow forward, and the focus that it's going to take to make sure that what your body is telling that arrow to do is responding to what the wind is doing. Is it like you have to be here and now to land that arrow where you want in the future? So there is that, this is the mindset of somebody who's forget about focused on the target and focused on seeing that arrow where they want it to land. It's almost like they're already focused on the competition being over. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's some distractibility here and now. Okay, so let's get into how we got here. Think on your feet, having to improvise a lot, maybe be a little foxy. Upright, this is usually not deceptive energy. It's more just going with the flow. It's being malleable. And then trust in the magic and see the big picture. This is very future focused. So it's almost like something that you expected to happen or that you had been hoping for a while now. Not too long ago, but it's maybe a week ago, maybe earlier this year, something that you had thought was actually going to happen or been looking forward to doesn't seem to be, or seems to be at least interrupted in some way. And then we have take a leap of faith. Okay, that's always good. And this is luck, and this is usually abundance and prosperity, to jumping into something, okay, with faith, hope, starting something new. So there's an acknowledgement here that you weren't really sure where you were going to land, okay? Spirit has a plan, so that's always good, to be connected to your faith and trust that, trust the divine guidance that you've been receiving, and then clear out the clutter. And this is Cancerian energy. The sense of letting go of the past. But what this meant was letting go of the expectations, especially these really high hopes, right? Because if you don't let go of the expectation, you will not be able to identify the reality of that manifestation when it arrives. So you have to stay in the present. You have to stay in the here and now to be able to complete this leap of faith. But something's happened, it's turned upside down, be here now. You don't recognize it because you haven't let go of what you expected it to look like or expected it to be. So, well, the wonderful thing about this reading so far is that it's letting you know you can still change that, because this is still in flux, right? This is not predetermined. This is saying, hey, you're not going to spot what you were supposed to spot or recognize if you have already determined what it looks like or how it's supposed to come to you. Let go of those expectations and continue on the connection with spirit and the leap of faith of, I can feel this new beautiful thing coming into my life. You are correct for this. But the beauty is going to surprise you. It's going to take a form. It's going to be different than you imagined it would be translated as. Which is beautiful, actually, because life can surprise you. And I like that. So let's get a few more details. Okay, so, you know what? Once again, we have all these hidden cards, right? But we have the one that shows itself face up. And what is that? Don't compromise your standards. That's what it's saying. So don't compromise your standards. Are you trying to settle for something too quickly, Pisces? Because you want it now. You've decided that now is when you're supposed to receive it, right? So are you compromising your standard? Because maybe that's why it didn't look the way you expected it to look. And I stick by my first message. You can't have an expectation of exactly, but you can know how it's going to feel, right? And there's this sense of disappointment, like, something ain't right. Well, if it ain't right, it's probably because it ain't fucking right. And that may not be what you want to hear, because we all want to get the key to that beautiful house we've been manifesting. We can't wait. But if it's not the right key, it's not the right fucking key. And there's that sense of, are you going to compromise everything that you are? Or are you going to persist? Are you going to maintain those standards? Okay? So let's see what's here. We have the Empress, which is abundance. This could also be pregnancy. This could be, it's growth. It's definitely growth and expansion and the resources to do so. Very prosperous and, bitch, okay. Money, honey, right? Abundance, right? Connection or appreciation of the money, what money can create and cultivate for us, which is wonderful. Or just, hey, you're going to get a new job. There's more money coming in. Could also be this connection between, it's almost being provided for. That's what I hear. Provide. And then we have a Page of Wands, which is something new, a new opportunity. Could be a new person in your life. I don't know. But it's small and tiny, so it's new. So it's about abundance and prosperity and providing for and moving into the future. Like I am not going to give up. I am not going to give up. This is something is very important to you. So why is be here now? Let me ask that question finally. Why is it in reverse? I heard it. Because there's something future about it. There, like you want someone or something to have a fantastic future. And this is motivational. It's motivating you to change your situation so that you improve it for the future. You're taking on a lot of new responsibility, aren't you? But see, this is taking on too much responsibility and putting too much pressure on yourself. I don't know if you did this intentionally, Pisces, to motivate you, but that can also be self-sabotage. Sometimes people like to put themselves in high-stress situations because it motivates them and they feel like, oh, I'll get it done if I have to. Okay, but will you get it done? So you took on a lot of extra burdens. You're taking on a lot of extra work. And there's a motivation here. You're not giving up. You refuse to give up. This is a heavy lift and you understand it and you know it. Oh, I love this energy for you. Let's get into the moon cards. I want to see a little bit. Moon. What do you got for Pisces? Take time. Okay. Pisces. First thing that came up with the moon is take time to breathe out and don't let pride get in your way. So it is acknowledging that you have taken on too freaking much because you are supercharged and psyched and all you are looking at is in the future and you're going to break yourself before you get there. So this week it's saying stop being prideful. Stop saying it's because of your pride. Okay? You're going to need to slow the fuck down. This week, take time to breathe out. If you don't give yourself some rest, if you push yourself too much, you will break it. And you will handicap your potential for creating those dreams and manifesting whatever you're manifesting into reality. So please don't do that. There is a sense right now of there's a punch to you. And that's the pride. And pride is not actual confidence. It's lack of confidence. It's I don't feel like I'm going to get this. I'm scared, I'm worried, and so I'm going to cover that up with arrogance. And, my pride isn't going to let me see that I need rest right now. That I need to slow the fuck down for a second, which is what you do. And please do that, please, because I know for a fact that a lot of you are going to be impacted by this opposition, Neptune opposite to the sun. So all of you are, because Neptune is your ruling dignitary, but especially those of you born toward the end of Pisces season, but all of you. So that's going to drain you a little bit. And if you try to push yourself this week, I'm going to go 90s on you. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. You got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Because this concept of if I push myself really hard this week, listen, I'm your astrologer, your tarot card reader. If it was a week where the energy was saying, you need to push yourself, get the fuck out of bed early, I would tell you. But I'm saying this is not that week. This is the week where you have to legitimately let yourself rest and don't take on that extra chore. Because you have so much potential to break yourself, your potential, your possibilities in ways that will handicap you and set you back and push you away from what you were originally trying to achieve, where you thought your pride was going to overworking yourself was going to bring you. Legitimately, the fastest way forward this week for you guys is 2 steps back. Which seems counterproductive, but not if you're in tune with the energy. Let's see what did come out in your future, shall we? Communication is key. New moon in Gemini, which is interesting. Okay. And then step out of your comfort zone. Pisces. You're going to get some information that is not in your wheelhouse that you didn't even predict, and you're pushing yourself. And this is why spirit only tells you what you need to know about the future to check yourself before you wreck yourself today. And it's saying Pisces, you don't have all the information. You're stressing yourself out based on the facts that you know, and you're pushing yourself based on what you think you're going to get. But you're wrong, because there's missing information here. And that's why it's saying settle in and don't push yourself this week, because you're going to feel like an even bigger fool when you're sitting in the middle of the wreckage and information comes in and you didn't even have to do all that. And now you have to clean all that up. And that's why I'm so happy you guys are here with me today. Warning, you don't have all the information. You don't actually understand yet. And you will, because it's coming and it's not too far. Not too far away. So when you get that impulse, I got to get up, I got to do it. No, you don't. Anything that you really don't have to do this week, or maybe you miss a meeting, or it's because you're supposed to. That pressure, that push, is the devil trying to push you off course this week. I'm just letting you know. Let's go to the extended. I will see you guys there.